Now, earlier you mentioned that we should try and eliminate dairy, sugar, wheat, and gluten
Yes.
from the diets of children. Then what should we give them to replace that? I mean, that's kind of a lot of things
foods,
to eliminate at once. What does a healthy diet look like?
Okay, so I would start off, say, in the morning. Just run you through a diet that I would recommend for a child. So in the morning, you could have maltabella, which is sorghum. You can get gluten-free oats. You can make a smoothie. You can use almond milk. You can, there's dairy alternatives. You can add seeds, nuts. Say a banana smoothie with almond milk with seeds and nuts. Make it taste nice. Make food appealing for kids. But the big thing is also to involve them when you go shopping, so that they understand from a very young age the role of nutrition and the importance of nutrition. So really engage your kids in that whole thing as well. As a snack, you can have cut up apple with peanut butter or almond butter, hummus with crudités, rye bread, a boiled egg, that kind of stuff. The same thing for lunch. Keep it very vegetable, like whole. So, if you're buying a cereal and it's got like 10 ingredients and most of those ingredients you can't even pronounce, don't eat it and don't give it to your child. Look at the sugar content in food. I just watched an amazing documentary, I don't know if you've heard about it, called That Sugar Film.
Yes, I actually interviewed Damon.
Oh, he's amazing.
Yeah.
So they're doing such incredible initiatives in Australia, in the UK, in the US, where all the stuff that he talks about is part of the nutritional curriculum.
Oh wow!
And the kids then learn how to eat, because I think a lot of us, why we have so many health issues and we're on constant diets, is that we don't actually know how to eat. We don't know what healthy eating is. So educating your child is really important. It's the greatest investment you can give somebody. Then say the same thing for little snacks. Cut up fruit. Little nuts and seeds, peanut butter and apple is delicious, carrot sticks, boiled eggs, scrambled eggs on rye toast. Dinner, keep it lots of vegetables, make it fun, there's so many gluten-free options at the moment. There's quinoa, you can make zucchini noodles. I know it's a mission, but you should eat like that too. So that's just an idea. Just cut off the sugar, don't give your child endless amounts of fruit juices. Fruit juices have just got loads of sugar.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff.
Now, off the back of that sugar film,
Yes.
I know Damon set out to eat foods that were perceived as healthy. What are some foods here in South Africa that you see a lot of people eating that they think are healthy, but they're actually not?
Okay, so I'm not going to mention any brands.
Okay.
But there's certain cereals that claiming a lot of things that aren't. I don't find it beneficial. So be careful of soy and maize, because it's something that I don't recommend, and they are also irritants, and sometimes things that have got maltodextrin or sugar in a disguised forms. So high fructose corn syrup, sugar, maltodextrin, glucose syrup. Look for those kind of things. It's the same thing, except a different name for sugar. Things like bars. So bars are convenience foods, but you need to preserve the bar. There needs to be, people eat for taste too, so there's lots of things that go into bars. So your convenience bars, I don't really promote too much. There are some good ones, but you can make your own really. Then things like pre-packaged foods and meals that are, even if they say lean or 100 calories or whatever it is, pre-packaged anything needs to have preservatives in it. Right. Anything that you have to pop in a microwave and is ready in 2 minutes, there's something not 100%
weird about that.
Yeah. So just, to keep it simple, just look out for whole foods, like eat whole foods that are in their natural state. Avoid things with lots of ingredients, and especially ones that you can't pronounce.
Yeah, and I assume you try and make as much of the food yourself, so you know exactly what's going into it.
Absolutely. There's a big movement towards that. I see it a lot. South Africans are really aware of their health. They read labels, they're nutrition savvy. There's a lot of people taking responsibility for their health. There's, incredible things happening. We really have to admire that people go out of their way for that. And it is difficult because we are stressed, we do work, both parents work these days. So to be able to do that is a huge challenge, and I have a lot of compassion for people who struggle with it, because it is a difficult thing. But it's really an investment in yourself and your child as well.
Now, when it comes to sugar, how many grams of sugar should we be looking at on that nutritional label? What's an okay amount of sugar to have in one serving?
Okay, so they say that in a day, you should have less than 40 grams of sugar in a day. So some things, for example, will have 10 grams of sugar, but that's really high. So because, you know, if you look at a fruit juice, or if you look at even, you know, certain cereals that pop and do all kinds of things, you have to be careful of the amount of sugar per gram or per 100 grams per serving in that. So it sounds like, oh, you can have a lot of sugar, but once you start having a lot of convenience foods, it's really, it adds up so quickly. This movie clearly showed that as well in a big way. Before lunch, he had already consumed all his sugar intake. But I think, you know, less than, say, 30 grams even, I would recommend. Even lower if you can, but it does get tricky. But as the more whole foods you eat, the more you know, natural foods you eat, the more you can actually eat. So it's not about deprivation. I don't think healthy eating is about deprivation. It's about making smart choices and things that, you know, where you eat for your health. So you don't eat for weight loss. You don't eat because you know, you just eat for overall health, and that's really fundamental as well.
Vanessa, thank you for coming in.
Thank you. It was lovely to see you. Thank you.